Hey, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hi everyone. Okay, let's talk about something we have all seen while shopping online. You're looking at a new pair of shoes or a phone that costs more than 1,000 ringgit. It feels too expensive, but then you see a button that say pay only 250 ringgit today and take it home. It sounds like a great deal, right? This is buy now, pay later. In Malaysia, it has become a huge trend, but it's also causing a lot of worry about whether young people are falling into that too easily. Okay, so today our group is going to talk about buy now pay later service in Malaysia have sparked an important financial and social debate, particularly among young consumers in Malaysia. We want to look at why it's so popular among young Malaysians and if it's actually helping us or hurting our bank account. My name is AFIQ. Let's go to introduction. Okay, buy now pay later is a fast-growing form of consumer credit enabled by financial technology. It allows consumers to buy now and pay later in installment, often marketed as interest-free. This makes buy now pay later especially attractive to young Malaysians who are comfortable with digital shopping. However, this convenience raises concern. Many young users may not fully understand the long-term financial impact of buy now pay later, leading to risks related to debt, financial stress, and weak consumer protection. Financial literacy is a key factor in buy now pay later usage. Although buy now pay later appear interest-free, late payment can result in high penalty, making it a costly form of credit. Young consumers with limited financial knowledge may misuse buy now pay later and accumulate debt. This study focuses on Malaysian millennial and Generation Z at age 18 to 35 years old who are digitally active but often have unstable income. The findings are important for improving financial education and supporting stronger regulations such as Malaysian upcoming Consumer Credit Act to ensure buy now pay later is used responsibly. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and thank you to my group mate. Now I will continue our group presentation about the buy now pay later services in Malaysia, especially among young consumers. Now I will continue my part that is about the literature review of the buy now pay later services. To go further, we know that BNPL services have become increasingly popular in Malaysia, particularly among young consumers. BNPL allows individuals to purchase goods immediately and pay for them later through installments, usually without interest. This payment method is often promoted as a convenient and flexible alternative to traditional credit cards. However, despite its appealing features, BNPL raises significant concerns regarding financial literacy, spending behavior, and long-term financial well-being among Malaysian youth. One of the main reasons for the popularity of BNPL is the ease of access. We know that most BNPL platforms require minimal credit checks, such as secrets or CITOS, and often instant approval through mobile applications. The rapid growth of e-commerce and digital payment system has further encouraged BNPL usage, especially among digitally savvy millennials and Gen Z. Additionally, the psychological appeal of a delayed payment reduces the immediate pain of spending, making purchases appear more affordable than they actually are. Despite its convenience, BNPL usage is closely linked to financial literacy issues. Many young consumers do not fully understand that BNPL is a form of short-term consumer credit. Instead, it is often perceived as a simple payment option rather than a financial obligation. This misunderstanding leads to poor budgeting practices as users fail to account for cumulative installment payments across multiple purchases. Low financial literacy increases the risk of overcommitment and weakens financial planning skills. BNPL also has a significant impact on spending behavior. The availability of installment payments encourages impulsive buying, particularly for non-essential items such as fashion, electronics, and lifestyle products. Since payments are divided into smaller amounts, consumers tend to underestimate their total spending. Over time, this behavior normalizes short-term borrowing and promotes a culture of consumption without sufficient financial consideration. Although BNPL is often marketed as interest-free, it carries notable financial risks. Late payments penalties, account suspension, and additional fees can quickly accumulate. Furthermore, users who engage with multiple BNPL platforms may experience bad stacking, where overlapping repayment schedules strain monthly cash flow. This can result in financial stress and difficulty meeting essential expenses. Another reason surrounding BNPL is the lack of strict regulation compared to traditional financial products such as credit cards. Like I said before, BNPL providers have historically operated outside comprehensive consumer credit regulations, creating gaps in consumer protections. Issues such as unclear fee structures and insufficient availability assessment increase the vulnerability of young consumers. Therefore, stronger regulatory frameworks, including Malaysia's proposed Consumer Credit Act, are essential to ensure responsible lending and transparency. In conclusion, while BNPL services offer convenience and short-term financial flexibility, they pose considerable risks when used without proper financial understanding. Low financial literacy, impulsive spending behavior, and weak regulation contribute to the potential for debt accumulation among Malaysian youth. To ensure BNPL serves as a beneficial financial tool rather than a source of financial harm, stronger regulatory oversight and targeted financial education initiatives are necessary. That's all from me. Thank you.
Alright, today I will discuss for the rapid growth buy now pay laters and BNPL in Malaysia and impact on the youth financial behaviors. First, financial technology has significantly changed how Malaysians access credits, especially through BNPL service. BNPL service allow a consumer to purchase goods immediately and pay later in small installments, often advance or as interest fees. In Malaysia, BNPL transaction reached 9.3 million in the first half of the 2025, showing how the first in service is growing. However, many users overlooked late payment penalties, which range from 10 ringgit to 50 ringgit per missed installment, increase the actual cost of the borrowings. Second is BNPL is especially popular among young people, with about 45% use under the age of 30. Many youth look strong financial literacy and influenced by factors such as the fear missing out the instant gratifications because the payments are divided into the small amounts. Debt appears less serious. As the result, BNPL encourage impulse spending, particulars on non-essential items. Next is behaviors have contributed to raising the debt bankruptcy among the Malaysian youth. According to the age Malaysians, thousands of individuals under 35 have to face legal actions due to unpaid debt. BNPL digital spendings are the major contributors, especially for the young people without stable income. Easily access the online shopping through the social media for those worsens the issues. Moreover, BNPL can act as a debt trap. Many youths don't know how to be BNPL as a loan, but moralize as the payment action, since the street credit checks are often skipped. Use the often multiple BNPL accounts, leading to debt stacking and higher financial pressures. Finally, they address the issues the Malaysian government
introduce the Consumer Credit Act 2025. These regulations in the protect consumers by the requiring affordability assessments and strong overseeing of BNPL provider, helping to prevent youth from the feelings into the long-term debt. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Adam and I will cover on topic recommendation, and first recommendation is personal financial discipline must be improved. Young consumers should track all BNPL installment in their monthly cash flow and restrict BNPL usage to essential and high value item only rather than lifestyle spending. Second is regulation under the Consumer Credit Act 2025 is required. BNPL providers should conduct mandatory ability to pay assessment and clearly disclose the total cost of credit to prevent hidden charge and excessive late fee. Third, financial literacy needs to be enhanced through education institutions and national programs. University should educate students on the real cost of BNPL, including the impact on secrets and CITOS records, which can affect future loan approval. Lastly, industry accountability and ethical marketing practice must be enforced. BNPL providers should avoid default BNPL option at checkout and introduce self-exclusion features and warning alert to reduce overborrowing.
So for the conclusion, we can say that for buy now pay later has changed the financial behavior of young Malaysians by offering convenient and short-term liquidity. However, without proper control, it can increase the financial risk. Many young consumers treat BNPL as a budgeting tool, but weak credit checks and the pay later mindset encourage for overspending. The sustainability of BNPL depends on the cooperation between consumers, industry players, and the regulators. While the Consumer Credit Act 2025 helps close regulatory gaps, regulation alone is not sufficient without strong financial literacy. Therefore, BNPL should be treated as a formal credit obligation rather than additional income to protect the long-term financial stability for young Malaysians. That's all from me. Thank you.